Well, good morning. We're here with Harry and Dee in their home, and we're going to talk about the joy of giving this morning. And Harry and Dee, we've been walking through a spiritual journey at South Point, as you have walked through that with us for the past several weeks. Have you ever been part of anything like the Expand campaign, a capital campaign of any kind?
Yes, actually at our church in Michigan, we went through a capital campaign. It was a fairly new church, and so it was really something new for us, but it really unified us as the body of Christ, because we were fairly new to the church and we didn't know a lot of people, but as we came together around that goal, it was amazing how much a part of the church we felt like we became through all of that.
Many people have already been challenged, Harry, to ask God a specific question each day as they've been in their quiet time and they've gone in their Bible study perhaps. And the question has been, Lord, what do you want to do through me to fulfill your will for our church at South Point? That question has been one that you've been dealing with, and if so, how has that been answered for you?
Yes, and I remember when this whole campaign issue came, I thought now is not the time. The economy's bad. Our pastor is new. It's just not the right time, and it's way too much money. We could never reach those kind of goals. And in the process, I began praying something like this. God, if we're going to be part of this campaign, how much of our money would you want us to commit to the campaign and still allow us to be good stewards of the money that we have, that we've been able to put in the bank and our monthly income? It's been interesting because in this process of saying, where does it come from the heart? I began to change my prayer. And my prayer went something like this. God, how much of your money that you've entrusted to us would you want us to transfer out of these accounts into your account in the capital campaign? And in the process of it, I began to realize this is not the same. This is different, because the first scenario, I had a lot of question marks. I mean, does this make sense? Mm-hmm. Fears. How can I contribute X amount of money or commit to X amount? A lot of anxiety. But you know, Don, when I began to pray, God, how much of your money that you've entrusted to us do you want me to transfer into your account through our capital campaign? I can't explain to you, but the joy, the peace, the happiness that came when I realized that this is coming from the heart, not from me as an individual. And that in doing so, God was giving a blessing of peace and joy that I've never experienced.
Dee, how would you encourage the family here at South Point to participate in the Expand campaign?
If you're a couple, I think it's important that you pray individually, because God will reveal to you. And for us, it was so interesting because when we came together, we realized we were both thinking the same thing.
Which amazed me.
Yeah. And then it was such a peace. You know, it was kind of, okay, we don't have to worry about this anymore because God has revealed it to us individually. And I think, you know, just really committing to the Lord, the whole thing of where does He want your heart to be in this whole exciting venture that we're doing as a church. And we're just watching how it unifies us. It's amazing.
And Harry, don't know how you could improve on her answer, but if you could, how would you answer that question?
Well, when Dee referred to our sitting down together, and we're both searching God's will as to what we should do, I was almost afraid to tell Dee what my thinking was, because I was afraid she would say, "You're kidding, that amount?" And when she shared with me first what God had laid on her heart, I realized we were so close to the same that even though we were off, we took her number and rounded it up. After dealing with polio and being diagnosed with post-polio syndrome and prior to moving to Florida, spent the last 15 years living on pain medication, antidepressants, and so forth. A little over a year ago, God gave me a miracle, and my life has changed because I don't have the same problems. I don't have to take medication, zero. God gave me a miracle so that I could learn to believe, so that I could learn to trust. The opposite of that is now when God is asking me to believe and trust so that he can give us a miracle. I believe with all my heart that the little bit that we are looking to accomplish for his kingdom will happen because he told us if we believe, he will give us a miracle. I don't have to worry about the future. I just today have to worry about my heart being totally committed to him.